Hey, what is up everybody, Chuck here, and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Everybody's favorite series has finally made its return, the top 5 worst Pokemon Go sightings of the week, and believe me, these are pretty depressing. Before I get into the countdown, I want everybody to go below this video and make sure they still have notifications turned on for my videos. Now, YouTube's been a little messed up over the past week or so not everybody's getting notifications, so make sure you have them turned on for all of my uploads. Let's do it. Kicking it off at number 5, we've got a couple of people with the worst Pokemon Go collections I have ever witnessed. First up, we've got Geo, who at first glance it looks like, damn, you've got a pretty good collection of Pokemon. Until you look at the CPs, we got a 46 Snorlax, a 44 Snorlax, a 43 Snorlax, a 40 CP Lapras, 33 CP Aerodactyl, and so on. Geo, at least you have them. Next up, we've got Simpson, who's got a Dragonite, Snorlax, another Snorlax, Lapras, 2 Exegutors, and a Wigglytuff, all under 46 CP. Now, Simpson, once again, at least you have a Lapras. But Deluxe's collection is even worse. He's got 3 Dragonites, a Snorlax, a Lapras, a Vaporeon, Aerodactyl, Gengar, Jinx, and Venusaur, all of them under 48 CP, and the amount of Stardust and candy it would take to fully level up those Pokemon would make you want to jump off of a curb. Now, before we move on to number 4, I wanted to give an honorable mention to Ferris, because if you had to think of one Pokemon that you would hate to see a bunch of in the wild, maybe it's because they're terrible, or their evolved form is terrible, or it takes a bunch of candies to evolve them. Well, that Pokemon is Paris, and Ferris found 8 Paris, and to make matters worse, 1 Rattata. Thank you for suffering for us, Paris. On to number 4. Now, moving on to number 4, we've got a little bit of bullshit, and you're probably able to guess what I'm about to show you, but Austin ran into perhaps the worst Pokemon of all time. Tauros with 30 CP, the absolute lowest that it can be, but that's not all. The lowest CP and 0% IVs. Seriously, the lowest CP, the worst IVs humanly possible. That is some bullshit. Moving on to number 3. Now, when you get to Pokemon like that, a Tauros with terrible CP, terrible IVs, you kind of laugh it off, you transfer it, and you move on. But what happens if you find an extremely rare Pokemon with perfect IVs? Well, you'd celebrate, right? Not in this case. Nick and Adrian both found a 36 CP Aerodactyl in the wild, but here's the catch. Both of them had perfect IVs. That's right, Nick's was amazing and Adrian's Aerodactyl was a wonder. Now, I did the math here, and to fully level up these Aerodactyls, it would cost you 250,000 Stardust. If that wasn't depressing enough, the amount of Aerodactyl candy you'd need? 274. Guess how many people like me have? 0. If I caught that Aerodactyl, I would cry. Thank you both for suffering for us, but moving on to number 2, I think this one takes the cake for the most depressing collection of Pokemon we've ever seen. Morton has an Electabuzz, a Raichu, Seadra, Beedrill, Golbat, Dragonite, Flareon, Charizard, Golem, another Flareon, all under 100 CP. We're not done. 2 more Charizards, a Gengar, Venusaur, Kingler, Jinx, Starmie, Blastoise, Hypno. We're still not done. Wigglytuff, Mr. Mime, Persian, Onyx, and Ditto, all under 100 CP. That Onyx, 12 CP. The Ditto, the very minimum, 10. If any of you guys think you have a worse collection of Pokemon than Morton, you're lying to yourself, but if you want to prove it, send it to me on Instagram or Twitter, and you'll be in the next one. Now, moving on to number 1, we've got something that I've never witnessed in Pokemon Go. Thankfully, it's never happened to me. I've never seen it happen to any of you guys in any of your sightings. And I don't know why it happened, and to be completely honest, I don't want to know why. You know that thrill when you have a bunch of Pokemon in gyms and you get to collect 100 Pokecoins? It's unbelievable. You're like, yes, I'm almost to another incubator. Well, what happens when you have negative Pokecoins? Not just negative 10 or negative 50 or negative 100 or even negative 1,000 Pokecoins. Shelly had negative 6,880 Pokecoins. To put that into perspective, if you wanted to earn all those Pokecoins back, you would need to have 10 gyms filled with your Pokemon every single day for more than 2 months. How does this happen? Shelly, congratulations on the number 1 spot, but really, no congratulations. You have negative Pokecoins. I appreciate everybody who sent in your sightings. I love you guys a ton, and to be completely honest, I love making this series because it makes me feel a little bit better about my terrible luck in Pokemon Go, and hopefully it makes you feel a little bit better too. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. The more likes we get, the more likely I am to make more of these in the future. I love you all. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to have your notifications turned on. Take it easy. Peace.